I am seeing aspects of Widewind that I never thought that would have been. He wasn't religious or even cared for the gods when he was young, and his father was a cruel son of a bitch, sort of like my stepfather. I would have walked out on my stepfather on his deathbed as well. I've always thought that the best way to live life is to treat your loved ones well, and they will be with you to the end. Abusing them with harsh punishments or abandoning them when they don't live up to your expectations is no way to raise a child. My father, my real father, was a loving, caring man that I looked up to and still do. I miss him terribly. For many years after his death, I hated him for leaving us, meaning my mother, sisters, and I, to go off and fight a war to die. The man my mother chose to remarry was a terribly abusive, fat, disgusting slob of a man with 2 sons who loved to beat me up whenever they could. That didn't exactly add to my love for a father who had left us to that fate, but I was young and inexperienced in life. I still am no master, but I am constantly learning as I go, and I believe I am much wiser than I was back when I was a child. I am more wise than I was when Eothas killed me. It is a constant state of evolution. When I reach my last day, I hope to be much wiser than I am now. If it is as an old man on his deathbed, as Widewind's father was in that memory, I hope to have raised a child or 2 who will see me in the same view that I saw my father in life. Perhaps now that I think of it, Shoti and I have a lot to talk about, especially over when and if we get rid of Eothas and can settle down instead of sailing around the dead fire trying to solve everyone's problems. Marriage and children, yes. It will be about marriage and children. I think Shoti is a kind and caring woman. She'd make a great mother, and I hope to be a great father. We have all of Eothas, or I should say Widewind.
I've got it.
Who shared a bond with Eothas. We have all of his missing soul fragments. Let's go back to the Dawn, and we can present the last one to him while he's still a whole. Perhaps we'll have to go through the noon and dusk as well to speak to him in those different states. But if I was going to start, I would want to start before the bomb went off. Widewind stands suspended in the instant before calamity, and a final appeal for surrender still frozen on his lips. Restore a fragment of his soul.
We could have parted on better terms, Father. But your son has too much of you in him. See, Father? I can be as vindictive as you.
The soul of Widewind feels more vibrant and lively, but he isn't whole just yet. There must be more soul essences located nearby. Really? I wouldn't even know where to start. Perhaps in the dusk, there is part of him over here. This is some place where we haven't looked. Because there is sun coming down over this side. Near the entrance.
On it.
You can try it in the noon as well. Let's try with the dusk. I don't remember seeing this part of the illusion in the dusk. I thought in the dusk we're all in that one spot before Widewind. No, this is here. Everything's coming apart, as one would expect. This corpse here. Prama Flame, Soul Essence. We have not been here yet. Maybe more spirits to fight, as I thought. Whoa, what is that? It's a soldier of some kind. Go get him, Adair.
Sure.
Oh, there's more down here.
This isn't as effective as you seem to think. Oh,
Just like
Shorty. Should be using your ranged weapon. Well, if I can finish these off here, you guys help me with that. I can come up from behind.
This stratagem.
Ouch.
Anna.
Let's go.
Glory be.
That is exactly what I didn't want to have happen, but okay. Oh.
Take him down.
I'm here.
Just like
Hey. That wasn't half bad.
Okay. I am hurt and there's no Shodi to heal me.
Bad.
happens to everyone.
I...
Let's go.
Glory be. Anna. Proclaim me. Happen.
Come on. Oh, it's... what? They're doing better than I am.
Oh, good.
Take him down.
Oh, hey. As hurt as I am, coming on this side to help.
It does nothing.
Let's go.
No good.
I can scarcely believe it. A temporary setback.
Okay, that's enough of these.
A sure thing.
We are quite injured. Well, oh, just me and, I thought Yidwin was, but no, it's Vatner and I. It's okay, and also Shodi did fall. She took a bit of an injury. Okay, so I can see the damn trap
Right.
over there.
Will do.
Looking for soul essence. What is this? Pile of gunpowder. Could this lead to it? I think we've been here before, have we not? Oh no, here it is. Should be the last fragment. Fragmented from Widewen in the blast, a splinter of soul essence feverishly clings to a moment in life now forgotten. I'll read the soul. Dawn rose over the mountain pass where I camped my forces. The first rays warmed the tents and roused my armed congregation from slumber. Evan Dewar Bridge was a speck on the horizon. I echo Widewen. Scouts say that a dozen soldiers hold the crossing. What do they think they can accomplish? I spat in the wind and considered my options. No one said this would be easy, but I started to wonder if the world even wanted a saint. The Durwoods certainly didn't. I echo Widewen. They must have something to believe in, something that could turn the tides against us. I was only thinking aloud, but without warning it became one of the rare moments when a familiar voice interceded on my thoughts. Echo Eothas. It's possible. Our adversaries do not lack for motivation. I flinched as the presence asserted itself. Eothas had been preoccupied lately, spending days in contemplative silence, distancing himself from me. I echo Widewin. What do you think, old friend? Could this be the end of our long march? I, Eothas, considered my answer with care. The inevitability of things always came easier to Rymrgand, and in this moment I envied him. Eothas envied Rymrgand. I'll echo the Dawn Stars. Maybe, but death isn't the ending you think it is. Embrace whatever comes. Widewin nodded, absorbing my words. I echo Widewin. Why try and stop us, though? Don't they want to see the light as we do? For some reason, it was always so hard telling Widewin the truth. Maybe all the gods were out of practice. I already knew about the bomb, and I decided not to act on that knowledge. Eothas knew. But Widewin deserved an answer, even if it wasn't the entire truth. I do actually appreciate what the Dawn Stars have to say the most. Sometimes I'll echo the Dawn Stars. Sometimes Kith need to learn on their own, and we are naive to think that showing them the way is enough. Widewin looked out on Evandur Bridge and wondered if he was ready to face the dusk. His thoughts were a placid lake. Then he spoke his mind again, this time taking me by surprise. I echo Widewin. Those defenders are looking past their faith to stand against a god. They're here to fight for everything they built and planted together. Widewin was beginning to see the point. It was my sorrow to know that he wouldn't live long enough to fully appreciate it. I echo Widewin. Kith are supposed to face the dawn together, not to depend on it. Our first duty is to each other. I wanted to tell Widewin how proud I felt, but he no longer needed a father's approval to know when he was right. That saddened me even more than knowing that Widewin had seen his last sunrise. These are the thoughts of Eothas.
What did you see in there anyway?
A look of genuine curiosity comes over Adair's face as he levels his gaze to meet mine. Oh. Eothas knew that about the Godhammer, but he and Widewin crossed the bridge anyway.
What? Why would he do that? Did he think it wouldn't hurt him? Did he want it to end there? You know, the more I learn about this, the less sense it makes. It just brings up more questions. There don't seem to be any good answers.
Well, Adair, it seems that Eothas and Widewin want a world where Kith could rely on themselves and create their own world together and work together to do this instead of just relying on the gods, which is kind of anathema to what I thought the gods were about, especially Eothas. We have all the soul fragments. Let's go towards the dawn. I do actually agree with that sentiment. Surprising this came from Eothas and Widewin. Did they create this war just to cast down the gods? Is it their way of saying that gods are fallible and to rely on each other? The epic failure of Widewin I don't think it's epic failure, but some would see it that way. Restore the last missing fragments of Widewin's soul. It is a little confusing, actually. It does bring on more questions. As all the essences I gathered on Evandur Bridge converge on Widewin, his soul brightens with a flash. Then his eyes snap open as a tide of revelation washes over him. Widewin, awaken.
Thank you, friend. I'm struggling to understand it all, but my thoughts are clearer now.
Weidman wobbles on his feet. His expression of bewilderment shapes into a broad grin as he recovers his bearings.
I think I accept why this needed to happen, but it is only human to feel conflicted.
I'm guessing the cycle is broken now.
Unless you feel like taking it for another go-around, I can wait.
He smiles lopsidedly.
There is a lesson, a purpose to the Godhammer that I failed to grasp.
Weidman looks out on the bridge, paying particular attention to the men and women rallying against each other.
Eothas wanted the people of the world to stand tall, without gods propping them up.
Yeah. Yes. I want that too. I don't want the gods, period.
The Godhammer didn't just tear Eothas from my body. It drove a wedge between gods and kith across Eora. And isn't that just a version of what he always wanted?
You're saying he did all this war, this war with you being the avatar of him, just to have it fail, to show everyone that they can do without the gods? Maybe you're right. Because of Eothas, mortals saw a god annihilated.
Taking on that burden of suffering wasn't in Eothas' original plan. But it served him well enough that he was content to keep his distance for a few quiet years.
Weidman shrugs. The matter seems to weigh on him less than before.
Now that I'm free, I can feel oblivion tugging at me harder than before. We won't have time to savor the victory, friend.
Why don't you just go into the wheel? Why do you have to go to Rymrgand's realm? Weidman looks down at his hands, which even now seem less substantial as the white void draws him away. He doesn't seem to mind. Seeing as I helped you, maybe you can lend a hand against the dragon.
I might have guessed you didn't come this far just to pull me out of a bad situation.
I'd actually prefer to have you against Eothas, but I don't know if you can leave this realm.
At the risk of sounding ungrateful, it's been ages since I took up a pitchfork against anything larger than a bale of hay. You'd do better without me. Really.
If you have no faith in yourself, then you miss the point of the Saints' War.
What are you saying?
Eothas wanted Kith to stand together. If you leave, then you're betraying his lesson.
I'm not sure this is what he had in mind. But you make a good point. Point me toward the fiend that means you harm and I'll drag it down to oblivion with me. Onward.
Weidman gestures for me to take the lead.
Going into battle alongside St. Weidwin. Every day brings something new.
Never thought I'd be fighting beside an honest-to-God saint. Makes a gal feel real righteous.
I believe that there's one left. One soul we have to find. Perhaps I should have asked if he would face Eothas with me. What is that? What? Okay, Adair, you go first. The two of us will circle behind. And Shoti, ranged weapons for you. There's more than one. Something there. I think it's just some kind of spirit. Well, Yidwin doesn't need to go around, unlike me. Ooh. Look, this thing's down here. There goes that plan. Okay, Yidwin, come help me out here.
Just like
Take that!
this is usually happening, I swear.
Come on.
Are you even trying?
Let's go.
Shoti.
Son of a cur!
Supposed to happen.
Just like that.
I've got one foot in the beyond. Take that.
I don't know. I think this may be too much for us. Adair's kept the strongest of them away, but...
I've got one foot in the beyond. Yes. This isn't as effective as you seem to think. The gods, guide me. Shall not fear.
Hey, that wasn't half bad.
Rebirth. Me.
Okay. I will take this cleric on, so will Yudwin. You two focus on this Warden of Decay. None of us have fallen. We're still all here.
The gods, guide me. Shall not fear.
What is this now?
All things must come to an end.
Is this the archer that was up here? Yeah, it was.
Even me.
What is this now? Another soldier? Where are these things coming from?
Natural, damn it all.
Oh, good.
Yidwin.
Frost. Hey, me. Yes. Time to rethink this stratagem.
My lantern flickers.
Okay. It's finally down. I'm going around, same as Yidwin.
Someone want to help the Watcher?
Shoti. Shoti's down.
Oh, that's the stuff.
This isn't as effective as you seem to think.
I'm amazed that we survived to this point.
Oh, good.
Take them down. Die ready.
Oh, that was a tough fight. Shoti, my love, are you alright?
Away.
We're gonna have to rest after this. Unstable soul essence. I think we're done here. Let's rest outside. In the cold, I suppose. We'll rest by one of the lights, where it's a little warmer. It's good to get the bridge out from under
Ready to
me.
face your foe. I'll be at your side.
Thank you. See you soon, then. We have one soul left. That's where we entered. It would have to be here, the Drowned Kingdom. Well, it's a little warmer right before there. We can go rest right there. Rymrgand.
You stride forth from the inferno unsinged.
Rymrgand's cold curiosity feels somehow comforting as it lingers on me.
And have armed yourself with flint and steel. It should serve well against a corpse.
Her head cants slightly as she takes in Widewin. Widewin caused a lot of suffering. This will help him set things right.
Be wary of overconfidence. The worm has bested many before you, and its power has only waxed with time.
It's gotten more powerful over time, despite all the what should be its deaths, all the injuries on it. I would think it would have lost energy and be weaker. A nervous Amoa woman lingers beside a pedestal shaped like a conch. She startles at my approach and quickly touches some half-hidden object to the pedestal. Oh, she's lowering the water. Or lowering it. The water's still coming, though. The flow of the water surrounding the pedestal abruptly changes directions, flooding the path behind it. Satisfied the object has done its job, the woman starts toward me with a long, determined stride. Small bits of her already incorporeal form seem to flicker in and out of existence, as if she's slowly coming apart. The closer she nears, the faster her body dissolves. An arm's length from me, she opens her mouth to shout, but only a halting babble escapes.
You not enter, I keeper, relic, block, waters, Andras, guidance.
The spirit lunges forward, arm raised to attack, but the movement seems to be too much for the fragile form, her fragile form, and she dissolves into a cloud of loose essence. Okay, into a fight again that I didn't expect.
Let's go.
Yidwin, do what you... Oh, she's out of...
oblige. Yes,
No, I guess she was quite weak. She just fell apart. What does she have? Kaihoa. This ancient trumpet, or Kaihoa, was much prized by the water shapers of Old Ukaizio for its unique ability to direct the flow of water through music. Huana legend says that the instrument was created by the goddess Ngadi as a gift to the Huana people so that they might sing in harmony with the voice of their land. One traditional Huana tale tells of a river whose course was redirected by a chorus of Kaihoa played by master water shapers. Crafted from the wood of the strangle vine, Kaihoa produce a small range of deep, rich notes. It is warm and smooth in my hands, remarkably untouched by time. I will take it. That means little to me. I'm not a water shaper. But perhaps we'll need to use it to get in there. She didn't open anything for us. She seemed to make it more difficult. Well, before we go in there, we'll have to rest. A little injured. Okay, well, we feel renewed. And we have to get this water out of the way somehow. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.